The trend is, though, which we'll go into, the trend is the teams are taking the ownership stakes in it. It's not just an entertainment space next to the stadium that someone else owns. Now the team owns it, goes into their books. They don't necessarily have to share that money. So what's happening right now is we're looking at these pro sports teams. They're looking off the field for their next big way of making money. And the Texas Rangers, they're the latest one. So this weekend, they're opening a brand new entertainment complex outside their stadium. It's called Texas Live. Again, it's owned by the team. It features dining, bars and music, entertainment. A Lowe's hotel is opening up. And so they're just the latest team to use that land next to their stadium for these bigger entertainment goals. We actually spoke with Neil Liebman. He's the chairman of the Rangers, and David Cordish, who's the chairman of the Cordish Companies. They worked together on this joint venture for the new complex.
There's only so many dollars that you can generate from ticket sales and TV revenue. So this is just an added revenue source.
These TV rights, these ticket sales, they're hard-pressed to grow much more from here. As we all know, those are struggling areas in terms of growth. So these teams, they're trying anything they can to leverage their brand value. They're hoping fans of the team will want to spend time and their money there.
What you see today opening is mammoth. It's a couple $2 billion of investment, but it's just the tip of the iceberg, and it will become where people will come for the weekend. So maybe now you used to drive to a Ranger game, go back home. Now you come for the weekend because of all the things you can do. The hotel connected to the ballpark, you stay in. It's going to be a win-win-win.
Baseball teams, they only have about 80 home games a year. Football teams only have 8. So the vast majority of the calendar, it's open. It's an opportunity to make money on that same land. And so these modern ownership groups, they're seeing the original teams and stadiums as just one part of a broader real estate, media, and entertainment portfolio. And obviously we know on golf courses, they've turned golf course land into residential space. This is just the more modern version of that, turned it into commercial space.
It almost reminds me of MSG. And what they do here in the city, for example. We've got the sports teams, and then they have they use the venues for entertainment as well. Is it that type of business model, or is this a little different?
It's tricky in the city because it would be more like if you had MSG on one site, and then the next 5 blocks dedicated for other stuff. The MSG is interesting because they do all the things in the arena, and they own properties around the city. But this is just, hey, we're in the middle of possibly nowhere. Yeah. Let's just buy tons more acreage next door. And you don't have to revenue share this money. That's what's interesting. It's right into the owner's pocketbooks.
There's a game list. The season has started, right?
The season has started. There are bets to be made. There are kneelings to happen for the anthem. There's golf to discuss. There's a lot going on. All of a sudden, August is starting to pick up.
I didn't want to necessarily get to the kneelings for the anthem, but there's going to be, that's not over, is it? There's going to be
multiple teams, multiple players. The NFL put out their statement saying, well, we want them to be in the locker room if they're going to not stand.
So this is going to be,
we don't know what to do.
The NFL, man, I don't.
The ratings this year are going to be the tricky one.
I know, but
my buddy last year gave up on the Giants because of the kneeling, but he was back watching the Giants again last night.
Do you remember the Tylenol, the way that they handled that, and J&J became this paragon of how you're supposed to handle things? Did the NFL handle this correctly from the very beginning?
It'll be a different case study.